बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अली अल्लाह मदद फरमा, अल वाहिदुल कहार। अली अल्लाह मदद फरमा। हस्बुनल्लाह व निअमल वकील व निअमल मौला व निअमन नसीर। हस्बुनल्लाह व निअमल वकील व निअमल मौला व निअमन नसीर। हस्बुनल्लाह व निअमल वकील व निअमल मौला व निअमन नसीर। हस्बुनल्लाह व निअमल वकील व निअमल मौला व निअमन नसीर। हस्बुनल्लाह व निअमल वकील व निअमल मौला व निअमन नसीर। या मौला मेहरबान, मुश्किल कुशा मेहरबान मौला, मदद फरमा, मदद फरमा, मदद फरमा। आज हम एक नया सफर शुरू करेंगे। आज से हम कलाम मौला की किताब को उठाकर इंशाअल्लाह कलाम मौला को समझने की कोशिश करेंगे। And those friends who read English, this is present online. The translation, the complete translation is on Ismaili Heritage site for all friends. I will try and speak in both the languages so all friends can understand it. So before we start, Kalam-e-Mawla. These are the Kalam of our Mawla, Mawla Ali. सबसे पहले आपकी तरफ से एक सवाल उठाते हैं। Why are we doing this? Don't we know already Kalam-e-Mawla? Don't we understand Kalam-e-Mawla? Why do we need to again attend classes or again understand it? What is the difference? And the reason we will have to understand कि इमाम सुल्तान मोहम्मद शाह ने जो फरमान फरमाया, मौला का पहला फरमान। इमाम सुल्तान मोहम्मद शाह बड़े अजीब व गरीब इमाम, जो फरामीन इमाम ने किए हैं, जो रूहानी फरामीन इमाम ने किए हैं, ऐसे और इतने सारे फरामीन किसी इमाम के नजर नहीं आते हैं। इस इमाम ने गादी पे बैठते ही फरमाया कि ये आखिर जमाना है। आखिर जमाना यानी कि क़यामत का जमाना। क़यामत के ज़माने में बड़े अजीब व गरीब माजिज़ात होते हैं, और एक बड़ा जो माजिज़ा है वो इल्म की दौलत तमाम के लिए आसान हो गई है। जो साथी 20, 30, 40 साल पहले देख सकते हैं, they would know कि किताब इतनी आसान नहीं थी मिलना, इतनी डिफरेंट लैंग्वेजेस में रिलीजियस बुक्स को पाना, it was not an easy task. I remember myself when I was young and I was trying to read Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah's Faramin. I had no Farman in Urdu or English. It was only available in Gujarati. And I had to learn how to read Gujarati so I could read Faramins of Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah. So in other words, in today's time, the way we have resources, sometimes it is hard to even distinguish कि भाई information क्या है और हकीकी इल्म क्या है। तो कहने का मकसद ये है कि ये ज़माना जो है वो अजीब व गरीब ज़माना है, और इस ज़माने में तावील जो मग्ज़ है, जैसे इमाम ने फरमाया कि मंसूर के लिए जन्नत मौजूद थी, लेकिन वो कहता था जन्नत को लेके क्या करूं, जब तक मग्ज़ को नहीं चखूंगा तब तक नहीं रुकूंगा, आगे बढ़ूंगा। वो मग्ज़ क्या है? मग्ज़ जो है वो तावील है, वो बातिन है, जो आज तक हमसे छुपा हुआ था। जब हम कलाम मौला को दोबारा पढ़ेंगे, we will read it with its ta'wil, with its batni meaning. Another important thing regarding ta'wil, ta'wil is not one, ta'wil is not only 2, but 3, but 4. There are so many ta'wilat. It is mentioned in one of the hadiths by Prophet Muhammad कि एक कुरान की वर्स की जो है वो 70 तावीलात है। Then he says it somewhere else कि नहीं भाई 700 तावीलात है। एक सेंटेंस की 70 अंडरस्टैंडिंग, 70 इंटरप्रिटेशन, and then not 70 but 700. And Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah in his Farman says that my Farman, like one of his Farman has 1,000 meanings. One sentence of Imam's Farman has 1,000 meanings. Imagine that in-depth understanding. Do we have that? It is possible in today's time to have that understanding because in this time, Imam has made it easy for us to get higher understanding. It is just the blessing of this time, and we are truly blessed to be born during this time so we can get to these higher understanding with our practices. Surely one has to attend, classes, do the practice, riyazat, zikr ibadat, ilm amal with Giri Awzari to be able to understand all these higher understanding. Otherwise, for some people, still there is not knowledge available for them. And it is not available because they are not interested. And somehow we are very blessed to be connected, unitedly studying Kalam Mawla. Kalam Mawla is written by, it is Sermons of Mawla Ali in Arabic, and one of the Smiley Bhai actually had written this in Urdu mixed language. It is mixed language, but he has written it so beautifully that it's rhyming and it is so beautiful. I love Kalam Mawla. And when we are going to read this, we are reading the writings or the nasihat or the advices given to us by Mawla Ali. Now, why Mawla Ali? Why do we still read his sayings? We have 49 Imams. We mentioned Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah. There are so many Imams in between too. But why Mawla Ali? When we do tasbih in Jamaat Khana, we say, Ya Ali, Ya Muhammad. Why? Why Mawla Ali? And someone can say, oh, the Noor has begun from Ali. Yes, surely the Noor has begun from Ali. But is it only Ali we are talking about? Because when we talk of Noor, when we talk of light, it is one light. जौ में बदलते हैं, नूर तो एक ही है. चाहे वो प्रॉफिट मोहम्मद में हो, हजरत इब्राहिम में हो, हजरत आदम में हो, कि शाह करीम में हो, कि मौला अली में हो, नूर तो एक ही है. अगर नूर एक ही है तो अलग अलग नाम और अलग अलग हिदायत क्यों है? तो पता चला कि जमाने के मुताबिक हमें जो है वो इल्म दिया जा रहा है, जैसा जमाना है उस हिसाब से. अब इस बात को जब हम बात करते हैं जमाने की समझ के लिए, तो हमें समझ आता है कि कुरान में और बाइबल में भी ये कहा गया कि God has created this world in 6 days and on the 7th day he sat on the throne. तो 6 दिन तो कुछ भी नहीं है, like literally 1 week. Do you think 6 days are enough for him to create this world? He is Almighty Allah. Why would he need 6 days? He would say kun, हो जाएगा. Logically, it does not make sense कि अल्लाह को 6 दिन लगे कि दुनिया बनाए. फिर not only that कि 6 दिन में दुनिया बनाए, then ऐसा लगता है कि 6 दिन में दुनिया बनाए कि वो थक गया तो 7वें दिन में कहा कि भाई अब तो मैं तख्त पे बैठूंगा. ये बात जमती नहीं है खुदा के लिए. खुदा तो कुन फयकुन का मालिक है. तो जब 6 दिन में दुनिया बनाए और 7वें दिन में उसको आराम करना था, तो ऐसा लगता है कि ये तो कोई बिल्डर है जो कोई चीज बिल्ड कर रहा है और बिल्ड करने के बाद थक गया तो आराम कर रहा है. जहां जहां कुरान में इल्म में हमें चीजों में कंफ्यूजन हो, लॉजिक नहीं लगे, इट डजंट मेक सेंस. खुदा जो है वो कुन फयकुन का मालिक है, उसको 6 दिन नहीं लगने चाहिए. तो व्हाई डिड ही टेक 6 days? जहां पे लॉजिक नहीं समझ में आती है वहां कोई राज छुपा हुआ है। तो वो राज क्या है? वो राज हमें पीर नासिर खुसरो ने बताया, वो राज हमें सैयदना मंसूर अल यमनी ने बताया, हमारे दाई हुज्जतान जो है उन्होंने अपनी किताबों में all these secrets they have given to us. But somehow we have not read the books of Ismaili scholars, our Dais and our Hujjatan, books of Sijistani, books of Qazi Noman, Sayyidina Mansur al-Yamani. All these Ismaili Dais, Hujjatan have actually talked about these things, these concepts. In today's time, all these books are available for those who are interested, who are willing to learn. So what we learn when we study these books, that 6 days actually are meant by Natik. Now what is this term Natik? Natik is a proper term, but in English we can call them major prophets. We always knew कि भाई खुदा के जो है वो 1,24,000 पैगंबर हैं। 1,24,000 पैगंबर हैं, इतने सारे पैगंबर में से सिर्फ 6 नातिक हैं। 6 दिन में दुनिया बनाई तो 6 नातिक है। 6 नातिक मतलब जो है वो 6 दिन है, खुदा के 6 दिन है, 6 नातिक। 7वां दिन जो है खुदा कहता है कि मैं तख्त पे विराजमान हो गया। और अगर हम दिन को समझना चाहें कि दिन क्या है ये खुदा के, तो दिन जो है वो मेजर प्रॉफिट्स नातिक के नाम है। जैसे हजरत आदम अलैहिस्सलाम का जो दिन है वो संडे का है, मंडे जो है वो हजरत नूह अलैहिस्सलाम का है, ट्यूसडे जो है वो हजरत इब्राहिम अलैहिस्सलाम का है, वेंसडे हजरत मूसा अलैहिस्सलाम, थर्सडे हजरत ईसा अलैहिस्सलाम, फ्राइडे जो है वो हजरत मोहम्मद मुस्तफ़ा सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम का है। हर दिन का एक नातिक है, एक मेजर प्रॉफिट है जो अपनी शरीयत, अपने लॉज लेकर आता है। उन लॉज को समझाने के लिए उस जमाने का इमाम, जिसका दर्जा, जिसका टाइटल असास इमाम होता है। द वर्ड असास मीन्स फाउंडेशन, बुनियाद। हजरत मोहम्मद मुस्तफ़ा सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की जो किताब है कुरान, वो खुदा के अहकामात, खुदा का हुक्म है उसके अंदर, जिसको समझाने की जो ड्यूटी थी असास इमाम की। और असास इमाम कौन है? प्रॉफिट मोहम्मद के साथ मौला अली। मौला अली वो इमाम है जो इस दिन के अंदर, जुमे के दिन के अंदर, छठे दिन के अंदर तमाम लोगों को तालीम देंगे। किसकी? तावील की। मौला अली से इमामत ज़ुहुरात में आ गई, क्योंकि हुज़ूर सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने अनाउंस कर दिया गदीर खुम के मुकाम पर, जिसका मैं मौला उसका अली मौला। और मौला अली से होते होते आज हम शाह करीम के टाइम में आ गए हैं। सुल्तान मोहम्मद शाह मौला का जब टाइम आया, मौला तख्त पर बैठे 8 साल की उम्र में, और मौला ने जो है अनाउंस कर दिया कि भाई ये तो क़यामत का ज़माना है, इसमें तो माजिज़ात होंगे। तो एक माजिज़ा जो क़यामत के ज़माने का है वो है तावील का माजिज़ा। ये तावील किसकी जिम्मेदारी है? हमारे इमाम की जिम्मेदारी है कि इमाम हमें इसकी तालीम दे, इसकी समझ दे। लेकिन इमाम सुल्तान मोहम्मद शाह के ज़माने में ही अगर हम देखते हैं तो जमात के पास तो दुनियावी एजुकेशन भी नहीं थी। अब इमाम सुल्तान मोहम्मद शाह के ज़माने में 2 ग्रुप्स हैं, ये भी याद रखना होगा कि एक पीर नासिर खुसरो की ट्रेडिशन में फॉलो करने वाले इस्माइली और दूसरे पीर सदरुद्दीन की ट्रेडिशन। तो हम जो इंडो पाक की जमात है, वी आर फ्रॉम पीर सदरुद्दीन ट्रेडिशन। इमाम सुल्तान मोहम्मद शाह के ज़माने में जमात की जो है फिजिकल हालात एजुकेशन वाइज इतनी अच्छी नहीं थी। इमाम ने स्कूल्स खोले, जमात को बहुत हिम्मत दिलाई कि गेट वर्ल्डली एजुकेशन। जमात ने एजुकेशन दी। और आज शाह करीम के जमाने में मॉडर्न जमाने का मॉडर्न इमाम मौला ने यूनिवर्सिटीज खोली, स्कूल्स नहीं, स्कूल्स इमाम सुल्तान मोहम्मद शाह ने खोले थे, यूनिवर्सिटीज खोली और जमात और दुनिया के अंदर इतना बड़ा चेंज आया, जमात के लिए बहुत फायदा और जमात इज वेरी एजुकेटेड, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, शुक्र लिल्लाह अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। इस ही वजह से कि जमात के पास आज एजुकेशन है, एकदम से तावीली इल्म जो है फॉर लास्ट फ्यू डेकेड्स एक्चुअली बाहर आ गया है। इट्स बीन फ्यू डेकेड्स एक्चुअली कि तावीली इल्म जो है वो बाहर आ गया है, लेकिन अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह हम अब जागे हैं और इल्म हम हासिल कर रहे हैं, तो शुक्र लिल्लाह वल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। तो यहाँ जो बात है, जो मकसद है ये सारी बात करने का, कि वो हम समझें कि जब हम मौला अली के कलाम को पढ़ते हैं तो मौला अली का जो फंक्शन है, जो मौला अली का जो काम है, वो ये था कि जमात को तावील की इल्म दे, तावील का इल्म दे, यानी मग्ज सिखाएं, क्योंकि कुरान को पढ़ना मुश्किल है। कुरान के अंदर तो बहुत ज्यादा एलोगोरीज, मिसालें हैं, उन मिसालों के अंदर जो मग्ज भरा है वो इमाम हमें समझा रहे हैं। तो इस इल्म को हासिल करने के लिए हमें इस बैकग्राउंड को दिमाग में रखना होगा कि जब हम मौला अली जो कि असास इमाम है, जो कि बुनियाद है, कौन से दिन की? छठे दिन की। कौन सा दिन है वो? जुमे का दिन है। इस दिन के अंदर आज हम हैं क्योंकि हम कुरान की तालीमात को ही गिनान के अंदर देखते हैं, कुरान की तालीमात ही को फरमान के अंदर देखते हैं, और इमाम ही की आज ख्वाहिश है कि हम फरमान, गिनान, कुरान तमाम को पढ़ें, क्योंकि अब जो है हम एजुकेटेड हैं वर्ल्डली तौर पर, हम चीजें पढ़ सीख सकते हैं, समझ सकते हैं। कलाम मौला जो ये किताब के अंदर है, इस किताब में, ये उर्दू की बुक है कलाम मौला, इसमें जो है वो सारे वर्सेस नहीं है कलाम मौला के। अगर आप ऑनलाइन जाकर स्माइली हेरिटेज की साइट पे जाकर देखेंगे तो you will find many more verses of Kalam Mawla which you would hear sometimes. जो older जमात है, they will sing and you will say, oh, I have never read this verse in the book, how come we are hearing this in Jamaat Khana? But you will hear it. So we will focus on the verses which are mentioned on the book and we'll go through that. तो पहला ही जो चैप्टर है वो है सच्चाई के बयान में, डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ द ट्रूथ। तो मौला फरमाते हैं, अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला मुहम्मद व आले मुहम्मद। सुनो भाई मोमिनो, मौला के कलाम का बयान कहिया है कि ईमान मर्द का सो तुम सुखन से पहचान, जो सुखन मिने है साचा सो है साचा ईमानी, ईमान के साच की है सुखन निशानी। Anyone would like to read the translation from here? Do I have a volunteer? Verse 2, translation. Bismillah.
Verse 2 translation. Bismillah. Listen, O brother believers, to the account of the teaching of the Lord Ali, who has said that you should recognize a man's faith by his word. For he who is truthful in word has true faith. One's word is the token of the truth of one's faith.
Subhanallah, subhanallah. Thank you, Alia. So what we are going to do, we'll take this verse and we'll try to understand it, going into in depth of it. Remember कि जब हम इस पार्ट को पढ़ते हैं, and when we talk of tawilat, there is not only one understanding or two or three, there are very many understandings. So remember that. Now the first thing, the first line says, Suno bhai momino. Now when we hear this, or listen brother believers, there are unbelievers too. So first we will have to understand Imam being the Imam of whole humanity. Imam is not only Imam for Ismailis. I hope we understand that. Imam is the Imam on both the worlds. All the human beings on this planet present, Imam is their Imam. They accept it or not, Imam is the Imam. But those who believe in Imam, those who are Mu'mins, Imam is giving them this education, this guidance. And then when we say Mu'min, Mu'min is a very general, loose term. We may call anybody, everybody Mu'min. For whatever definitions which we have in our mind, we would say Mu'min. But Imam, when he calls somebody Mu'min, it is the one who is walking on the path, who is not standing on the path, just having one good characteristic and someone calling him or her Mu'min. That's not the one we are talking about. When Imam calls somebody a Mu'min, meaning that this Mu'min or Mu'mina is the one who follows Imam's farman with conviction, not with convenience. Again, इमाम जिसको मोमिन कहते हैं वो ऐसा मोमिन है, वो मोमिन सालिक है, यानी कि वो सिरातल मुस्तकीम के रास्ते पे आगे से आगे चलता जाता है, ना कि वो एक जगह रुक जाता है। वो चलता ही रहता है, कभी भी रुकता नहीं। उसका ईमान जो है वो बहुत ही मजबूत होता है। ऐसे मोमिन को इमाम फरमाते हैं कि सुनो भाई, लिसन, मौला के कलाम का बयान। जब हम मौला का लफ्ज सुनते हैं तो मौला जो है वो हमारा लॉर्ड, हमारा मास्टर। Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah in his Farman very beautifully says that my farmans are on your neck. And this example, this allegory Imam is using is actually when if someone has a dog, they would have the belt in the dog's neck, right? And they'll pull the dog whatever direction they are going. That is our status. With Imam, we are those followers, staunch followers. He is our master. We follow Imam without any question. And Imam has said too that if I say it's day, it is a day, even though it's a night time. ये मोमिन का ईमान है। ऐसे मोमिन की बात की जा रही है। Not a मोमिन who follows Faramin on the based on what I like and what I don't like, what is convenient for me and what is not convenient for me. That's not the मोमिन Imam is talking about. Mawla ke kalam ka bayan, कि Mawla is telling us whatever, we have to listen in that way. Then Imam is saying, कहिया है कि ईमान मर्द का, ईमान. Then we'll have to understand Iman. Iman itself has levels in it. Did we ever know that? Iman has levels. And that is why we always listen to this prayer, right? That Mawla Iman ma vadharo kar. Iman mazboot rakh. Chela dam sudi Iman salamat rakh. Why? Because Iman is also on a ladder. When we talk of ladder, ladder can go up, it can come down too. Similarly, a moment's Iman can be elevated, it can be descended, depending on ilm wa amal. When a child is born in a smiley family, the Iman, the love which a child is given, it is all based on blind faith. It is all copying parents and grandparents. The way Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah in his Farman says that it is like Iman of a monkey. Imam gives example of a monkey. Because what does monkey do? Monkey see monkey do, he copies. Exactly on the same example, children copy and they do what parents are doing. They don't understand anything. But imagine if that child is an adult and is still doing what he saw his parents doing without understanding any single thing. That person comes to Jamaat Khana morning and evening, and people may call him Momin or Momina. But what is the level of his Iman? Again, this is not for judgment of anybody. It is just because we are in the knowledge class, we are trying to learn. And remember, we're not talking about anybody else. I am talking about me. That's how we have to learn. We apply it on ourselves so we can look into our flaws and we can fix ourselves. That kind of iman is called blind faith. Monkey see, monkey do is a blind faith. It is needed, it is important when the child is young. But if an adult has a blind faith, बहुत बड़ा मसला है, बहुत बड़ा मसला है. एक अडल्ट अगर जानता नहीं है कि वो जमात खाने में क्यों जा रहा है, इमाम का मकाम क्या है, सजदा क्यों किया जा रहा है जिंदा क्यों कहा जा रहा है, दुआ क्यों पढ़ी जा रही है, दुआ की माना क्या है, असल में वासल होने का मतलब क्या है, दुनिया में आने का मकसद क्या है. All these questions, if they are not answered, if they are not, the answers are not searched, sought, फायदा नहीं है कुछ भी करने का. तो यहाँ पे जब ईमान की बात हो रही है, मौला इज सेइंग कि ईमान मर्द का. अब ईमान भी कैसा, मर्द का, औरत का नहीं, ईमान मर्द का. तो यहाँ पे अभी क्वेश्चन होगा कि व्हाट डज ईमान मीन हियर बाय सेइंग मर्द. Is it to do with gender? No, it's not to do with gender. Actually, अगर हम अपनी तालीमात में, तावीलात में जाते हैं तो पता चलता है कि मर्द is used for imam. Mard is only used for imam because all of us, we are naris, right? Imam is the mard-e-mutallaq. We all are naris at the level of soul, and our fanayat, our wasal, our becoming one with imam is like imam is the man and we all are women regardless of our gender. And here imam is saying kaya hai ki iman mard ka. Imam is telling us about jamaat. Imam is not talking about his iman. So the definition I just gave will not apply. But we do understand this definition from Ginans because our peers have told us Dasi Thaine Vilu. Peer is a male, but he's saying this Venti as if he's a woman. So one definition of Mard, we understand that it is Imam we are talking about. But here, it does not make sense if we were to take it as Imam. What does that mean? Then we are able to see the hierarchy of religion, Hudud-e-Din. For us, Iman Mard ka, who would be that Mard? A peer, our peer. Our peers are one with the Imam. When they are one with the Imam, they are teachers. And their Iman is perfected. Iman-e-Kamil, perfect Iman. The word is Iman-e-Kamil, perfect Iman. When Iman is perfect for our peers, they are teaching us and telling us how to make our Iman perfect. So here actually Imam is talking about concept of Hudud-e-Din. Now tell me, how many of us do know about Hudud-e-Din? How many of us do we understand the realities and recognition, in-depth understanding of Hudud-e-Din? Hudud-e-Din are present. We do know that. Our peers have been there. Our Mawla has given us the title of Dais. All these terms, Hujjat, Dai, Peer, we've been listening, Natik, these are all ranks from Hudud-e-Din. Have we taken interest to learn all these higher concepts? Imam, in a very concise way, he is telling us so many things to learn. तो यहाँ पर इमाम ने जब कहा कि कहिया ईमान मर्द का, सो तू सुखन से पहचान, तो पहले लेवल पे हम कहेंगे सुखन मतलब बोलना, कि एक आदमी जो है वो अच्छा बोलता है, सच्चा बोलता है, ईमानी है, जो वादा करता है वो पूरा करता है, तो जो सच बोलता है ना वो ईमानी है. लेकिन ये तो बहुत फिजिकल हो गया, ये तो बहुत आम हो गई बात. क्यों इमाम हमें तावील समझाने के लिए अपनी जमात को, अपने मोमिनों को ये वाली बात समझाएंगे जो बात हम कहीं भी बाहर जाके क्रिश्चियंस में, हिंदू में, सुन्नी में, ज़ोरास्ट्रियन में कहीं भी जाए मिल जाएंगे, इवन एथियस्ट में मिल जाएंगे, जो सच बोलते होंगे, कभी झूठ नहीं बोलते होंगे. तो अगर ये एक आम बात है तो इस आम बात को इमाम कलाम मौला में क्यों कह रहे हैं? बात जमती नहीं है। इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि हम जिस तरह से इस कलाम को समझ रहे हैं सही नहीं है। तो जब इमाम यहाँ फरमाते हैं कि कहिया है ईमान मर्द का सो तू सुखन से पहचान, ऐसा वो क्या बोलता है कि हमें उसके ईमान की समझ आ जाए। अब हमको समझ में आता है कि यहाँ पे जिस मर्द की बात हो रही है वो जो हायरार्की ऑफ रिलीजन है, जो हुदूद दिन के हायर रैंक्स है, उनकी बात हो रही है कि जब वो बात करते हैं, जब वो हमें समझाते हैं और हम उनके सुखन को, उनके बोलने को समझ पाते हैं, तभी हमें समझ आती है ईमान की। अदरवाइज ईमान की समझ नहीं आती है। फिर फरमाते हैं जो सुखन मिने है साचा सो है साचा ईमान। अब अगर इसको हम पहले दर्जे पे लेते हैं कि अगर कोई शख्स है दुनिया बाने उसका इखलाक अच्छा है, उसके एथिक्स अच्छे हैं, उसके मोरल्स अच्छे हैं, ये भी एक इम्पॉर्टेंट बात है। क्यों इम्पॉर्टेंट है? सवाल करना चाहिए। इखलाक तो सबका अच्छा होता है, बाहर भी लोग बहुत सिविल लोग होते हैं। हमारे लिए यहाँ पे इखलाक की क्या अहमियत है? क्यों हमें अपने आप को अच्छा और एथिकल रखना है? इसकी क्या अहमियत है? इसकी क्या रीजनिंग है? तो यहाँ पे हमें एग्जाम्पल लेनी पड़ेगी हमारे प्रॉफिट मोहम्मद की। आपको मालूम है प्रॉफिट मोहम्मद का एक जो टाइटल था वो सादिक था। लफ्ज सादिक, नाम सादिक के माने वो जो सच्चा है। और आपको एक स्टोरी सुनाओ कि जब प्रॉफिट मोहम्मद को नबूवत मिल गई, गारे हिरा में जिब्राइल आए और फिर उनको हुक्म हुआ कि जो खुदा का पैगाम है वो लोगों को दो। When Prophet Muhammad came out and he gathered people and he said, do you believe when I say that behind this small mountain, would you believe if I say there is an army who's going to attack us? Would you believe me? Everybody said, yes, surely we'll believe you. प्रॉफिट मोहम्मद ये कहते हैं कि इस पहाड़ के पीछे एक फौज है जो हमला करने वाली है, तो क्या तुम मेरा यकीन करोगे? सबने कहा बिल्कुल, बेशक, आप कभी झूठ ही नहीं बोलते, यू आर सादिक, यू नेवर लाई। देन प्रॉफिट सेज, would you believe I am the prophet of Allah? Allah has made me a prophet and I have to give you the talimat of Allah. People started laughing. It does not make logical sense. Why would they do that? On one hand, you are calling him Sadiq, he's honest, he's truthful, and on the other hand, you don't believe and you are making fun of him. Whenever we talk of batin, things which are hidden from our physical eyes, it doesn't make sense to people who do not have strong faith. It is very hard to believe. And surely, in Prophet's time, there were a handful of people who believed in him, including Mawla Ali, that yes, he is the Prophet of Allah. The example here I gave of Prophet, the reason was that we do know his ikhlaq was the best. In Quran 68/4, it says, Khalakin Azim, the best manners of Prophet Muhammad, an exalted standard of character. An exalted standard of character. इतना हमारे प्रॉफिट का जो इखलाक था सबसे बेहतर, सबसे आला। अगेन क्वेश्चन होता है कि इखलाक का ताल्लुक ईमान से क्या है? You will be surprised to hear that when we talk of light, when we talk of nur, right? We all want light. The first step of light is actually in our ikhlaq. Our morals have to be perfect. And that is why, we always talk of sinning, that we should not be sinning, we should be ideal in our behavior. When Imam says, you are my advocates, when people see you, people would say, oh, these are followers of His Highness Prince Karim Aga Khan. If we want light, the first step, the first thing is, we do need to have truly strong, pure, good ethics. Where these ethics are coming from? अगर हमारे प्रॉफिट का इखलाक इतना अच्छा था तो वो कहाँ से आ रहा है इखलाक? अगर हम प्रॉफिट को देखते हैं तो वो रहम दिल थे, बहुत ही फेयर थे. All these characteristics of prophet, if we really understand, if we really study it, we will find out that all those characteristics are actually characteristics of Allah. Prophet Muhammad had assimilated all the characteristics, all the names of Allah within his behavior, within his character. He became kind, he became merciful. All those characteristics of Allah, he assimilated it within himself. उन्होंने अपना लिए थे अपने अंदर. वो उन इखलाक को, उन खुदा के नामों को अपनी जात का हिस्सा बना चुके थे. And that is why it is being said that adopt the manners of God. Taklaku bi ikhlaqillah. Adopt the manners of God. And our Prophet is the best example who did that. And that's why chapter 68, verse 4 talks about it. That his ikhlaq was the best. So if you want to have like standard, like we do want to evaluate or weigh everything. When we use our standard, he would be the first and the most perfect standard of ikhlaq. So when we talk of this verse where Mawla Ali is teaching us, Jo sukhun mine hai sacha, so hai sacha imani. Those who are pure, who are honest, who are sincere, genuine, they are the ones who have the true faith. And surely our role models are our Prophet and our Imams, who have Iman-e Kamil, perfect Iman, perfect Iman. As we all have understood that in our tariqah, everything is in darjat, and we understand that Iman is also in darjat. Everyone starts with blind faith, but then they continue to elevate it depending on their caring, their exposure, their desire to learn and grow. And we just talked about 80 years old, willing to learn and now learning beautifully. So the ladder is always there. When one's character is improved, their ethics are improved, believe me, that is the first step of them having the light within themselves. The first light comes from character, having the ikhlaq, the first light, which is a basic light. And later on with Farman Bardari and Isme Azam, the higher level of lights are absorbed. Why? Because light is also in darjat. Everything is in darjat. ईमान के साच की है सुखन निशानी. Whatever one speaks, talks, says, sukhan, that is the indication to show it to us how is the iman of that person. We do know the sayings of Prophet Muhammad, sayings of Mawla. They are the perfect men, insan-e kamil. They had iman-e kamil, perfect iman. We all who are the followers, obedient with conviction, we want to walk on the path. So what do we need to do? Remember, these are all advices for us. And if we want to have that level of iman, what do we need to do? Zikr ibadat, gibat, lob, lalach, maya, ahankar, krodh, anger, all these things are not suitable for a mu'min salih. These are spiritual diseases. Where these diseases are present, there is no ikhlaq, there is no ethics. In order for us to walk on this path, we do need to have all these spiritual diseases. We have to treat them within ourselves. We need to seek treatment of these diseases so we can become what Imam is telling us to become. And remember, we are still at a very basic understanding, the understanding keeps increasing because the tawil is not only one. There's a ladder of tawila. The more we walk on the path of knowledge and understanding, we understand more and more tawil. And when we understand the higher understanding, which comes after when we have worked hard seriously, zikr ibadat, riyazat, ilm amal, then only these tawilat make sense to us. We would understand them. When we understand all these tawilat and we are able to assimilate it in ourselves, like we start applying all this knowledge on ourselves and become better, what happens? We can also become that model moment about whom Imam is talking about. जो सुकुन मिने है साचा सो है साचा imani. By learning all these attributes, characteristics, and practicing it, we will show those characteristics from our being. The light will be shown to others. It will be visible for others that these people are different. And that's exactly what Imam has said. Be my advocate. Anybody who meets my Jamaati member, they'll say, oh, these are smileys. Then the second verse part is, साच से है मर्द का छूट का, भाई साची वाचा राखो मुख, झूठ बोले सो बहुत दुख पावे, साच बोले सो कभी ना पावे दुख, साचा बोलो साचा चालो के मोमिन का है साचा दीन, ये फरमाया शाह औलिया आप मन राखो साचा यकीन. So who's going to be my volunteer now to read?
I can read.
Go ahead.
Bismillah. Through the truth comes the salvation of man, so keep true words upon your lips, O brother. He who utters lies, he who utters lies suffers great pain, but he who speaks the truth never suffers pain. Speak the truth and proceed in truth, for truth is the religion of a believer. It has been laid down by the Lord of the saints that you should bear true faith in your heart.
Subhanallah, Subhanallah. Thank you so much. साच से है मर्द का छूट का. Now again, we will have to really pay attention on every word. साच से है मर्द का छूट का. Now when we read the word mard, we will have to understand mard is only those who are on the path of merging. And who are those who are on the path of merging? Those who are on the ladder. Which ladder? Hudud din. Even when one says, I don't know and I want to learn and I'm sincere, I'm serious, I'm committed to learn, they step up on the ladder by becoming mustajib. They are on the path of annihilation to be one with the Imam. Those who are not on these steps, they are not. And they don't know. They might think, but they don't know. This is the principle. Without following the principle, there is no way one can be fana with the Imam. So, saach se hai mard ka chhoot ka. The word chhoot ka is wasil hona. Imam ke saath ek ho jana, to be merged with Imam, to be one with Imam. Those who are on the steps, those who are walking, that's why I always like to say Momin Salik. Because Momin Saliks are the one who are saying they don't know and they're walking, they're not standing at one place, becoming comfortable. Here I'd like to talk about becoming comfortable. You know, I do hear comments sometimes, for example, I know dua, I know Quranic verses, isn't that enough? Surely at one level it is enough, but at the other level it's not. So yes, if you're a beginner, you're trying, I'm truly proud of you, you're learning, alhamdulillah, shukr mawla. But don't be settled, don't be comfortable saying, oh, I know it now, I don't need to learn anymore. As soon as you have done that to yourself, you descended. And that's why I always like to encourage everyone, but at the same time, be very careful, be very attentive to what attitudes we have. There is no settling, there is no comfortable place. We got to keep moving further. Yes, who denies that it is difficult? But everything is easier with Imam. And Imam is with us. With Ismailis, we are his beloved spiritual children. He does not go out and says to anybody else but us. And he is the Lord of both the worlds. We are special. There is no denying in it. But when one is special, meaning their responsibilities are higher too. If we do not take the responsibility, if we are not willing to take that burden of responsibility, we let go of that blessings or that affection of Imam. We degrade ourselves. We come down from that ladder. Whose fault is that? So very humbly, whenever I say like that, it is not to discourage anyone, but to actually push, to motivate, do more. Do not fear learning. Do not fear learning. You know, in Hazrat Imam's Farman, Diamond Jubilee, if I'm not wrong, Imam has used the word learn in one Farman, in one paragraph, like 11 times or 16 times. Learn, 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 learn. Imagine, he is the Imam. Why does he have to say it so many times? Are we deaf? What is wrong with us? Lack of conviction. Imagine the Imam's intention to emphasize by saying, learn, 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 learn. Oh Mawla, forgive us. We do need to learn. So when I think of these farmans of Imam, I honestly feel very passionate to push everybody to learn. I'm still learning. We can all learn and grow together. So please forgive me, because sometimes I feel, oh, I said that and I did not intend to hurt anybody, but to push us so we continue to learn, because we are expected to do that. We all desire Imam's closeness. We all desire his light. If we do that, if we do want that and we are serious in it, we got to learn. Sach se hai mard ka chhoot ka. Only the truth will give that freedom, visal, merging with the Imam. Bhai sachi vacha rakho mukh. Now, Mawla is saying that when you speak truthfully. Now, again, when we talk of speaking truthfully from our tongue, that is an expectation, that's a moral value with anybody and everybody. The one who doesn't believe in Imam, that's an expectation for a good citizen or good civil person. It is an expectation. Why would Imam say this here? Now, when Imam says कि साची वाचा रखो, यहाँ पे जो मतलब है वो ये है कि हमारे दिल के अंदर सच्चाई होनी चाहिए, हमारे ख्यालात के अंदर सच्चाई होनी चाहिए. जबान से तो शायद हम अच्छी अच्छी बातें करें, प्लीजिंग बातें करें सबसे. We may be very civil, very nice people, but while we are talking, what are we thinking? What are our thoughts? What are our intentions? ये मैटर करता है. You know, when we studied this book, What is Soul, it talks about telepathy. It will be very soon that we will be able to do telepathy. Those who will elevate themselves in spirituality, they will not need cell phone. They'll communicate without any devices. How will that be possible? With the purity of the heart. When the heart is pure, you summon anyone. They'll be there. They'll be able to listen to you. It is possible. Telepathy is possible. But until the heart is filled with dirt of all the sinning, Bhai Sachi Vacha Rakho Mukh, until we have all this negativity, ill thinking for others, judgment, gossiping, jealousy, whatever sinning Ahankar, oh, I am something, I am somebody. All these thoughts are going to pull us down. And we will be dependent on the physical things. And we are seekers of spirituality. We are not wanting physical things. That's why we are taking our time and listening here. Otherwise, life is too busy. Why can't we enjoy some TV show right now? Why are we here? Because we all are seeking spirituality. If we seek that, we need to be serious and putting time and action in the right direction. So we are also able to get all these blessings which are possible for us. So Mawla says, by Sachi Vacha Rakho Mukh, not only this tongue, but your heart, your thoughts, your mind, everything has to be true and honest. Jhoot bole so bahut dukh paave. The one who lies, we know what is the result of that. Sach bole so kabhi na paave dukh. Now again, we have to pause here. This is very interesting. Mawla says, the one who speaks lies, they are always in sorrows and difficulties and problems. Whereas those who are honest, they are never dukhi. Never dukhi. Now tell me, in this physical world, who is not dukhi? Even us. Something or the other is going on in our life. No one is, without any issues in the worldly life. Especially moments. They are tested more than anybody else. Why would Imam say, Sach bole so kabhi na paave dukh? So one can ask, right? Oh Mawla Bapa, I'm trying, I'm working so hard. Farman bardari, dua, bandagi, zikr, ibadat, ilm, gina. Mawla, फिर क्यों difficulty आ रही है? फिर क्यों मुश्किल आ रही है? और अगर मुश्किल है, तो ये पार्ट गलत हो गया. तो who is correct here? ये पार्ट या हमारी शिकायत? तो पता चला कि ये जो बात हो रही है वो रूहानियत की बात हो रही है. फिजिकल जो जिंदगी, इसके बारे में मौला ने क्या कहा? दुनिया घर मातम का, जिसे देखो उसे रोता है जारो जार. This world is not without problems and sorrows. It is, this Sach is not related to this physical world. This is related to spiritual world. Those who are on the ladder of Hudud-e-Deen, they are doing what they are expected to do. They are speaking the truth. What will happen to them? Their heart, their mind, their soul will have no diseases. They'll be happy. They'll be healthy. They'll be in that masti which Imam talks about. Because there's no dukh, there's no sorrow in their heart. साचा बोलो साचा चालो कि मोमिन का है साचा दीन. ये फरमाया शाह औलिया आप मन राखो साचा यकीन. So I think I'll stop here because this is connected to the next verse. So inshallah we'll start with these 3 lines and then we'll go to the next verse. We'll stop here. Time is up. If anyone has any question, we can tackle that. Otherwise, inshallah, we'll continue this beautiful journey next week. And before I end here, I actually remember we talked about new book. Inshallah ta'ala, we will start talking about some articles from this book. Ideally, after What is Soul, the book should have been Ascent of Soul. But what I realized that very many friends are asking same questions repeatedly in different sessions, meaning that there is a need to still build on our basic concepts. And what we are discussing in Kalam and Mawla, actually, it will perfectly flow the article in this book, Standard of Health, because we are talking about spiritual diseases. We will talk about standard of health, and inshallah, it will make so much sense, and we will be able to become healthy spiritually, inshallah. So those of you who are sincere, who are serious, and who are willing to learn, read that article, make your notes, and Naveen Saba can share this book. And this is in Urdu and English. So those who read Urdu, they can do it in Urdu. Inshallah, we'll continue to do it in a mixed language. But I didn't expect Kalam and Mawla to take that long, but this is Kalam and Mawla. It is full of tawilat. So we'll continue with Kalam Mawla next week. Inshallah, the following week, we will do this article from the book, Standard of Health. So this was just brief announcement for those who are regular, who attend regularly, so they can prepare themselves, because we are serious learners. Thank you, Yali Madad. Thank you,
Yali
Firia.
Madad, shukar alhamdulillah.
Madad.
Yali Madad, thank you so much. Shukar Mawla Ali.
Yali Madad.
Inshallah. We'll see you tomorrow then.
Okay, Yali Madad, Yali Madad.
Mawla Ali.
Yali Madad.
Yali Madad, Yali Madad.
Yali Madad.
Yali Madad, Yali Madad.